everyone, it's Melissa from 1000+ Books to Read. I'm here today to review Lost Mojo by Kris Sedersten. Hope that's right. If not, I apologize, and if you let me know, I will make sure to say it correctly. Lost Mojo is actually a second book in the Mojo series. I was fortunate enough to read the first book and I loved it. It was really, really good. So I was expecting big things actually from the second book. And I was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't exactly up to the level that I remember of the first book of Mojo. It was a little clinical in writing. I felt at times that I was kind of reading maybe like a newspaper instead of a book, but it doesn't really take away too much from the actual story, so that's okay. Maybe it's just a preference thing for me or something that I kind of noted. The other thing I kind of noted too was these were high school teenagers, and okay, basically these high school teenagers are doing this project. And the project is like a video project they have to do, and so they decide that they're going to record a video project about all of the haunted places in their area. And I guess there's some really big haunted places there because there was some murders that have happened. And so, you know, they bought all of this equipment. They are kind of becoming like ghost hunters. And, you know, it's kind of odd timing for them to do it because they also lost two of their friends. Two of their friends went missing, and they start digging in, of course, to all of this stuff, and pieces of information that they get regarding different disappearances match up with their friends' disappearances, and slowly everything kind of starts to come together from where they started this project to basically like, you know, basically just get an A and thought it was a cool thing to do right before Halloween. But all of a sudden, all of these bits and pieces that they've been learning throughout this project of finding different haunted houses and the stories and the backgrounds behind the haunted houses actually connect together with the missing people and their missing friends. So it was a really, really interesting story. One thing I also noted was the teenagers were always excited. And I guess, you know, I can understand that in a way because I would be totally excited too if I was going around to haunted houses and things of that sort. But some of the times, the exclamation points just kind of didn't fit the certain scenes. And there are also a couple different scenes that made me kind of go, like they were at a cemetery and they were setting up and they found two recently like dug graves, and they had talked to the preacher beforehand, and they, you know, before they had went to visit the cemetery to get the okay, and he had told them that like it was over 10 years or something like that, that the last actual burial had taken place. Now, instead of them going directly to the police with this information, they didn't. I kind of get it because they shouldn't have technically been there. I think for that cemetery they actually didn't have permission to go, but at the same time you find two like fresh graves. I mean, hello. I will say this though, it was a really good book. Once it got me, like once it started, like once I really got into it, I could not put it down, and it scared me. Okay, it scared me. I went to take my dog out and it was dark outside, and I like left the door open so that way I could like get back in if I needed to. Like that's how gripping and how eerie and like scary the book can kind of get, you know. And it was really, really cool. And you know, I told my boyfriend at one point, I'm like, you need to hurry up and come to bed because I'm reading this really scary book and I don't want to go to bed by myself. Kind of silly, but it was a really, it turned out to be a very good book. Beyond the couple of different things that had happened that kind of had me going, huh? Other than that, it was great, and it was very spooky. So if you're looking for something that is kind of on the spooky side and is a mystery and involves like cults and murders and kidnappings and things of that sort, definitely pick this one up. And very excited to know that there is a third book in the works as well. So this is definitely a series that you should keep your eye on. You do not have to read the first book in order to understand Lost Mojo. The first book is called Mojo. This one's Lost Mojo. So you don't have to read them in order. This is a standalone book. I do not recall any specifics of the first book kind of going into this book. So I'll be interested to see if the third book's the same way, if it's standalone, because I know at the end of this book something happened that was similar to what happened in the first book, and that was kind of really the only things that kind of tied the two together. So I'll be interested to see if the third book has the same thing. This is a series that I will be making sure to pick up when the third book and the fourth book and the fifth book, if we're lucky enough, comes out, because I really, really, really do enjoy the stories. So yes, it's a great book. Good book to pick up for Halloween. I know this review probably won't go out on Halloween or before Halloween. Anyways, close enough around that time. It's a really, really spooky book. So pick it up. I will have all of the links in the down bar as usual for you to find all of the books. Again, if you're new around here, please hit subscribe. We'd absolutely appreciate it. Share us to any of your friends that you know that may be interested in these types of books. Head over to our blog. We have a lot of cool giveaways and things of that sort that happen over there. So make sure to check us out. All right, everybody, until next time, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.